Hey guys, happy Friday. Hope you all had an amazing 4th of July for all of our US agents. Hey Kristen,
Hey,
how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So it's kind of funny that it's just us now because we're recording this. So guys, we figured that everyone's probably out, celebrating and traveling and doing other stuff today. So we're recording this and we wanted to get the information out to you and celebrate all the successes. So we're doing a little different, but we'll be sending this out today. And so happy Friday. We're glad you're here.
Happy 4th of July
Yeah,
weekend.
there we go. All right. Working on multiples here. That's the go. Oh, I won't go, but let's do this. All right, so today we're going to go through, we're going to, of course, welcome our guests, birthdays, recognition, talk a little bit about KV Core Mastermind, hear from our, get some updates about our partners, and talk a little bit about build, and then a few other surprises that we've got up our sleeves for you. So we're excited to go over that with you as well. So, and if you are not with FYR, we're glad you're here. We're glad you're here. We love having guests. And if you ever have guests that you want to bring in and have them kind of hang out with us and that kind of stuff, they're always welcome. And if you want to share this video with anyone to get a feel for some of the things we do and all the cool people that we have here as we recognize people and celebrate everyone, please feel free to bring. Everyone's welcome, regardless of brokerage affiliation.
Yep.
So I want to share this with you. Kristen and I are so excited about this. We have some cool stuff going on. Let me see if I can share this with you guys. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff, guys. I hopefully you're all pumped up and you can see on here this map. Look at this. We are the only build growth event happening between Maine and Virginia. And you can see the little star in the middle there in New Jersey. We're right. We put it right in smack dab in the middle so that we can make it convenient for everyone. And so we're really excited about this, and we hope that you guys are registered. And so we want you guys to get set up and get registered. You go to build24northeast.com. You can see our own FYR partners, Rory Burkhart and Lars Henriksen, are both going to be up on the big stage sharing and talking. We've got amazing additional speakers like Tom Trong, Tristan Ahumada, right? He's the one who leads Lab Coat Agents, and Amy Weaver, Frank Panuto, another one of our FYR partners, also happens to be VP of Growth for EXP. Dave and Tracy Gagnon, Scott Lewis. You're going to hear from me up on stage. Vincent Koo, Jim Huang. He was a former president, the founding president of EXP Commercial. Dr. Abelson is going to be there talking about some really awesome stuff around behavior and agent attraction. Brian Moses, Travis Steffen, Brian Moses again, John Leahy, Xavier Cole, Lisa Parento, Stacy Caroli, and Jemima Chucks, and so many more. Guys, it's going to be awesome. You want to hear from these people if you're at all serious about growing your business and growing your opportunity here and funding your reason. So I encourage you guys to get to this event. think we've got some birthdays to celebrate.
We do. Oh my gosh. Listen, so we already have a couple birthdays that have already happened this month. Bryce and Brett Davis, our main twins, their nephew Brady Stockwell, Alicia Halliard, Christopher Pucci got to celebrate with all of America yesterday on the 4th of July. Upcoming, we have Heather Reeder, Jeff Decker, Julian, Belinda Spar, Chris Cunningham, and Rochelle Owens. If you missed your birthday, we are so sorry. Let us know so we make sure to put it on our calendar and give you a shout out. We also want to welcome our newest partners. We want to welcome Mike Corin in Virginia, who came in under Lars, and Sandra Richardson in Florida under Jamie Parrott. Guys, we're so happy you're here and we can't wait to get to know you.
And one thing I noticed, and Chris and I have seen this, the ups and downs of the market and just like the regular seasonality and stuff, it's the tyranny of the urgent, right? What we love watching right now, our fire partners are crushing it. We have people capping. You're going to see the capping celebrations coming up soon and everything else. And so people are killing it. They're selling a lot of real estate and everything else. And what happens is we get busy and we forget to lead generate, right? And so we're not generating leads for our business. So then when things slow down, we're like, oh my gosh, I closed all the deals that I had and now I don't have any more. Or I stopped talking to agents about EXP because I'm handling the sales that I have, right? And it's not about not selling, it's about funding your reason for the long term and not forgetting. So having a lower number of people joining this month is not unusual during the spring market when everyone's busy selling and thinking about vacations and stuff. But I want to remind you to keep it on your radar. I'm going to show you a couple of numbers, and you may have seen some of these things through Gene as well, right? He's famous for his napkin math. So let's talk about a 5-year plan. Okay, let's keep it simple. Keep it simple. And everybody's planning on probably being around for another 5 years doing this. So 5-year plan. Could you get 2 agents a year? 2 agents. You talk to 2 agents, get 2 agents to join EXP with you here every year. So after 5 years, you have 10 agents. Now that could be up to $28,000 a year or $2,300 a month. And that's pretty good, right? If you just did that alone, an extra $28,000 a year, 5 years from now, and it'll keep growing, right? It just continues to grow on its own after that point. So that's not bad. Okay, but my clicker would work over here. I got to stop using my other computer. All right. Could you help your 10 each get just a total of 2 over that 5-year period? So I'm not talking about them getting 2 a year like you did. I'm just saying over the course of 5 years, each of your 10 just gets a total of 2. It gives you 20 agents in your line 2, plus your 10 agents. That would be $92,000 a year or $7,600 a month. That's pretty phenomenal. You're talking about building a nearly 6-figure annual income. And again, it will keep growing from here just from doing this small amount, right, over the next 5 years. Okay, just a nice, easy pace. But what if you could find 10 who are like you, who also wanted to find 10? Not everyone will, but I promise you, there are 10 people out there that that would be interested in this, that want to find and go get their 10. Again, just 10 agents over a 5-year period. Okay, so you get your 10, who get 10. That's 100 agents in line 2. You have 110 total agents. That is up to $350,000 a year or $30,000 a month. What I'll call leveraged income. I don't like to call it passive income, right? But leverage income through bringing people into the opportunity and helping them fund their reason as well. $350,000 a year. Okay, but you might say, yeah, but they're not all going to be cappers, right? That's maxing it out, and it doesn't always work out that way. So, okay, let's say they average a half cap. Some will be cappers, some won't produce that much, but they average a half cap. At a half cap, where you have 10 in your first line and 100 line 2 agents, averaging a half cap, that's still $175,000 a year or $15,000 a month on average, and growing from there as they continue to have conversations and have others come in as well. And so what I want you to understand is this is the equivalent of, over the next 5 years, you saving and putting in the bank in an account where you can draw at 4%, $4.375 million. $4,375,000. So I don't know how many of you, you're getting close to $1 million a year saved. So I'm not sure how many of you are producing at that level where you're stocking away close to $1 million a year into a savings where you're going to draw on. But I don't know about you, but I would rather go out and get 2 agents a month, 2 agents a year for the next 5 years. A lot easier. So guys, I want you to understand, when you're talking about building your future, when you're talking about funding your future, when you're talking about building a great life, okay, this is an opportunity to go do that is unparalleled in the industry. So I really encourage you guys to keep your focus on this. I'm not talking about walking away from your sales business. What I'm talking about is something very basic: 2 agents a year over the next 5 years. You can do more than that if you want, but this is 2 agents a year over the next 5 years, and helping them go do the same thing. And by doing that, 5 years from now, that is the future that you can have that extra money coming in. And what kind of a difference will that make in your life, in your future, in the legacy that you leave, and everything else? So don't take your eye off the ball. Just know that Chris and I, we're here to help you. If you're serious about this, let us know. All right. Speaking of production, Kristen.
All right, guys, listen. Cappy EXP is one of the most fantastic things aside from iconing. So we want to recognize our agents in the last 30 days who have capped. So congratulations to the Davis team up in Maine. Brett Davis is the team lead with Chris Cunningham, Brady Stockwell, and Ella. I'm not going to say your last name. There you go. Back there. And then also Kim Badgett in Virginia, Kelly Osborne in Pennsylvania, and Avery Roberts in Texas. Congratulations, guys, and enjoy your commission for your until your anniversary date.
Yeah, nice.
It's different for everybody.
Go out and close a lot of deals. You're at 100%. Go crank it up. Go crank it up.
That's it. And we also want to recognize Nico Garcia in Maryland. Nico closed his first 2 transactions in the month of June after coming to EXP. Nico, we are so excited for you, and I know you're going to be on that capping slide very soon. We also want to recognize Justin Romaine up in New York, also closed his first transactions with EXP. So congrats, guys.
Yeah, that's awesome. And hey, way to come out swinging, man. Boom. Like, I'm just not going to get my first transaction. I'm just going to go right for 2.
That's awesome. All right, guys, listen, if you have not joined in on one of Benny's amazing KV Core Masterminds, this is going to be your month. He's only doing it once this month because of the 4th of July this week. So the next one is going to be June 19th. Even if you are using KV Core, you can still come to these masterminds, listen in, pick up a few nuggets. Benny knows KV Core front, back, up, down. He knows everything. If you have a small question, come and learn. I think is one of the best at KV Core. We do encourage you to be on camera. We do encourage you to participate, but even if you can't, come join and listen and learn from Benny.
Yeah, these are great. These are great. So guys, you want to get in there and crank up your lead generation with Benny.
And I will say this month, he's going to be focusing, go back real quick.
Sorry.
That's okay. He's going to be focusing on how to get your phone ringing. Okay, so if you guys want to learn how to lead generate, this is the KV Core class that you want to be in July.
Yeah, if you've let your database get a little stale and maybe fallen out of touch a little bit, this is how to crank that back up and get that going. All right, and our kids love when our kids are vacuuming, but not when they're vacuuming in the middle of when we're doing recordings. But hey, I'm not going to stop them. I don't know about you. Keep vacuuming. All right, so guys, our partners, I really want to encourage you to get to know our amazing partners, United Land Transfer Services. They can help you with your title needs in pretty much every state in the United States, right? We have some where you're working with attorneys, but if you're working with a closing company, title company, they can help service that, take care of your clients. Their experience is unmatched. They're really incredible. They work with a bunch of top producing agents. They've been doing it for a long time. They are phenomenal. They can help you, serve you. We are personally working with them. We had our buyers of our home utilize them for the closing, and we're using them on the purchase. And it has been such a wonderful experience and smooth and just demonstrating the, you know, top-notch quality in the process and everything else. So we can, from personal experience, tell you they are amazing to work with. Communication, the processes and everything else, they're calm, they know how it all works, and they stay on top of it all, and they know how to ask the right questions. So it's been really, really good. So getting to know Beth and Lauren. So there's some great information on here. You guys can take a look. But they're awesome human beings, and them along with Elizabeth and the rest of the crew, really amazing. They have some cool stuff going on. And so there's some information here on, you know, kind of why to use United Land Transfer Services, and going through the entire process, saving money, earning your clients' trust, having consistency in your process and everything else. We have some great testimonials from what they've done, and their office is busy, right? They had 38 closings just this past month. They had 3 commercial properties as well. They had 5 new construction properties. So as an office, they're out there closing a bunch of deals, and there's a ton of opportunity. So this is, you know, this is a group that is ready and able to handle anything you've got to throw at them if you have questions. But guys, we really encourage you to utilize our partners, because they're going to be familiar with all of the different components and how we work here at EXP and everything else like that. So if you don't have a key title partnership, I encourage you to get to know them and utilize this group. They're amazing. Partner with them for a reason. Speaking of amazing partners, United Home Loans is our other partners on the mortgage industry, and Mike and Chris are phenomenal as well. And again, we are personally working with Mike and Chris on our mortgage, and I got to tell you, again, also been super phenomenal, super smooth, very communicative. You know, able to find exactly the right product, and we're a little funky, right, in the way we all make money and that kind of stuff, and they were able to find great programs, and they've reached out to people like, my financial team and everything else like that, and communicated with everyone and handled the process really smoothly for us. So amazing. And congrats, right?
Yes, oh my gosh, congrats to Rick Jensen. Rick took the May 20-hour mortgage class, passed that class with flying colors, and just this past week, we want to congratulate Rick on passing his safe national exam. So Rick, congratulations on being the newest loan officer assistant with UHO. We're super excited for you. We have a couple more agents who are taking the test in the next 30 to 60 days. So we will be cheering you guys on from the sidelines, but congrats, Rick.
Yeah, great job, man. Great job. Our list of LOAs is starting to grow, which is fun to watch. And guys, we're going to be sharing in the next month. We're going to share some awesome stats with you. I want to show you some of the numbers, but we have people closing loans getting like, over $1,700 from that closing, just from the mortgage side, from having gone through their test. You stack up a couple of those. It's a significant additional income that you have access to. And there is a referral system too, where you can refer other agents in and get paid when they put loans through the system. And it comes off the company's profit line, right? Similar to the way that it works with EXP, so that it's doesn't take money out of anyone's pocket, doesn't take money from the loan officer or anything else like that. It's just, growing that opportunity. So guys, we really, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer if you're out there doing real estate. And think about when the rates drop, at some point they're going to come back down, and the refi is going to crank up. And if you have that license and you're able to funnel the business through there and just refer people through your link, you're going to get paid on all those refis as well, without even having to close a real estate sales transaction. So pretty amazing opportunity. And you can send them business. You can work with them. If you're not interested in being an LOA, you can still send them deals, right? They're a phenomenal mortgage brokerage. So guys, I really encourage you to work with them, but definitely encourage you to check out this opportunity. And if you decide you're going to do it this year, you can start sending them deals, and they will hold that money aside for you until you're able to get through the class and be fully licensed, and then release all of that money to you once you're licensed all at once. So pretty amazing opportunity. We've got some classes coming up. What are their options and what do they need to do?
Yeah, so listen, so if you guys are interested in taking the 20-hour, 4 hours a day for 5 days, it starts July the 15th. Today is the deadline to register for that class, and make sure that you guys get your materials and on time. If you want to do it, I will also put this in the workplace, email it out. Text me today, email me, give me a phone call. I along with Chris will make sure that we get you guys registered. Do that. If you don't, if you cannot take that week of July 15th, we also have a 7-day, 20-hour online video class, a 14-day online video class, and a 3-day instructor webinar. So we have lots of different options that can fit all your schedules. But again, if you want to get in that July 15th class and you can commit 4 hours a day for those 5 days during that week, text me today and I'll make sure that you get registered.
Awesome, guys. Encourage you to do it. Check it out. Check it out. It's we've got people going through it, zipping through and getting licensed and creating opportunities. So
Yeah.
right. So I wanted to share something with you. It's fun. Many of you know that our daughter Paris, she's our oldest daughter, and she is going into her senior year of college, studying marketing and business, and looking forward to having her actually when she graduates come to work with us. So we have hired her as our intern, our marketing intern for the summer, and she's been doing a phenomenal job. So you'll see more and more coming out. You're already starting to see some stuff coming on social media. Behind the scenes, our platforms are being built out and that sort of thing. One of the things that's really important for us in general, right, is when we talk about helping people fund your reason, is helping people learn how to think differently, better, at a higher level. We've been blessed to go to learn from other people, to learn through experience and all of that over the years. And there's some books that really helped shape the way we think and what we do and how we approach things. And one of those, I got a chance to meet Kevin Carroll. Awesome guy, and he wrote a book called The Rules of the Red Rubber Ball, and so this is one of the books that I gave to Paris to read for the summer. So she's got reading stuff, or she's creating little book reports and everything else, helping her learn how to think. And she did a really great job summarizing the book, and it reminded me, because I hadn't read it in a while, of the great content that's in there, that it really is congruent with what we talk about in the FYR group, and thinking about how to fund your reason. So I'm going to take you through it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. It's a really small book. You can see it up there. Here it is here. It's little. Super easy read. I mean, some of the pages are like this too, right? So if you're like, I'm not a big book person, easy. They probably have it on audio as well, if you like that, and go for a walk and listen to it in the course of one walk. But really great. So I'm going to take you through some of the thoughts here. So for a minute, I want you to close your eyes. Okay. And I want you to picture the sound, because the red rubber ball is what he's talking about, is one of those red playground balls. And there's actually a piece of the red playground ball. I know you probably have your eyes closed, but like on the front of the book. But I want you to picture it. I want you to listen to the sound, right? You bounce one of those red playground balls on the concrete or the asphalt or something like that, or play kickball with it, and you kick it, and it's kind of only, can't even reproduce it, but there's that sound. And that's that idea where Kevin, his parents abandoned him at a young age, and he grew up with his grandparents, and he found a kind of freedom, I guess, on the playground and out there playing sports, and that fueled all of his success the rest of his life. And he was a very good athlete, but he went into the Army, and then it was an injury to his knee, couldn't play soccer anymore, and that sort of thing. So, but his whole entire life and his profession and everything he did and the way he served other people and the way he built his life was all around sports, and that all came on the playground. So I just want you to think about that sound, right? And that sound to him is the sound of freedom, right? That is the sound of joy, and it helped fuel his purpose. And so, what are the things, right, that bring joy and purpose in your life? What are those things in general, right? Just, I want you to, you're thinking about this and thinking about that sound of the red rubber ball. That to him represents something that just he latched onto, and that he was just always thinking about forever. So he talks about in the book the concept of blending play and work. And you've probably heard the statement, the quote that says, do something that you love and you'll never work a day in your life, right? And that's the idea of this, is not just, loving what you do, but your purpose, your reason, like we call it here in FYR, understanding what that reason is, and having everything that you do, so, wrapped around that reason and that purpose. All of the things that you're doing are driving towards that reason, and it brings a lot of meaning to your daily work and serving others and building your business and all of those other things. And it's also becomes your consuming passion. It's what you think about all the time, right? When you should be doing this, my brain is over here, right? Where are my thoughts? Where's my head? Why am I not in my joy zone and my strength zone, right? There's another quote that I love that says, you have one life, just one. Why are we not running like we are on fire towards our wildest dreams? And I love that quote, where, every day waking up and saying, hey, I get to do this, even if the work in front of you is hard and difficult and painful sometimes, it is a gift to be able to do it because it's all like leading toward that burning passion. I get to spend my time. If you're a professional golfer, you got to get up and practice every day. But then when you're out on a beautiful course, you're like, this is what I get to do for work. I get paid for this, right? If that's your passion. I'm not good enough for that to be my passion. And it requires courage, imagination, and work, right? Doesn't mean it's not work. It requires work to follow your red rubber ball. So my question to you is, what is your red rubber ball, right? What is your red rubber ball? What is the thing that you are passionate about, right? For Kevin, it took him, into the ability to, get through school, coming, in a neighborhood. He's actually grew up outside of Philadelphia, and gave him an opportunity, then go into the military, served in the Army, played sports there. And then when he was injured, then he was able, through being in the Army, to be able to study and become a physical therapist. And then he ended up being, so, because he was so passionate about it and he did it all the time and it consumed him in a really like healthy and amazing way, driving that, he ended up being the physical therapist for the 76ers, right? Professional basketball team here in Philadelphia. And he's gone on now to build this incredible career. He went and worked for Nike and built all these things out for Nike, and he's world famous, because he loved what he was doing, and what he was doing was all wrapped around that passion of sports and fun, and what that brings into people's lives and that sort of thing. So very, very cool. So he has 7 rules of the red rubber ball, and I'm just going to give these to you, and I'm not going to expound on them. And then I'm going to encourage you guys to read the book, where you can hear from his voice, what these all mean. Okay. But number 1 is commit to your red rubber ball and fuel it. Oh, and it will fuel your decisions. Okay. Once you're committed to that red rubber ball, what that big thing is, everything you decide, who you hang out with, what you do, all of those things, will be fueled by that, your reason. Build and nurture relationships, and they will help you pursue your red rubber ball. Okay, so as you decide who you're hanging out with and where you're going to spend your time and what you're going to be doing, those other people will enhance that path for you. Be creative, and you'll discover new opportunities, right? Think outside the box. Do the lonely work. I like that he calls it that. Do the lonely work, the unglamorous tasks, and you will exceed expectations, right? It's what I say, it's not very crowded on the extra mile, the extra mile, right? The road to the extra mile. So that's not a lot of people go that route. Speak up and challenge boundaries, and you will overcome them. Expect and respect the unexpected, and you will succeed sooner, right? A lot of times we get derailed when things don't go our way, when our plan gets whatever. And if you expect things to not go as planned, and you respect the fact that a lot of times those pivots are the magic, right? It's put in your path, and it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about this. And there's a new fork that's going to take us somewhere. And if you're ready for those things, then you're going to be able to run faster. And the last one is, if you maximize each moment and focus on the present, you will create the future that you desire. And this kind of ties into the napkin math with the opportunity, right? Focus on the opportunities here. They say the best time to plant a tree was 30 years ago, and the second best time is today, right? So if you didn't do in the past, you look back and go, oh man, I wish I'd been here earlier. I wish I recruited more people. I wish I had more revenue share. I wish I had done more lead generation to grow my business, whatever it is. Okay, well, focus on it right now. And then in the future, you're going to be able to say, I'm glad I did, instead of I wish I had. And that's what it's all about. If you know what your reason is, right? Your reason, or your red rubber ball, right? This is the platform to be able to fund it, to find it and to fund it. And you are surrounded by people who care about you, who want to help you. Chris and I, this is our commitment to lean in for you guys, and to do everything we can to help you fund your reason. Find your reason, fund your reason, fulfill your reason, go build great wildly amazing lives. We are so grateful for you guys. We love you, and glad you could hang out with us. We miss your smiling faces being on here this week. It's a little odd, but I get to look at Kristen, so that's good too. So I don't know, any parting thoughts for them?
No, listen, guys, we're here to support you, so please never hesitate to reach out. Never hesitate, you guys have our cell phones, you have our email, you can get us on Workplace. So reach out, let us know what we can do to support you. We have some more things up our sleeves that we are still finalizing the details on, so we're gonna be getting those out to you soon. But happy Friday, happy 4th of July, have a great weekend, and there you go. And we're just excited to see all of you guys excel.
All right, love you guys, and
Bye.
please feel free to share the video, and check it out on YouTube. Go check out all the other ones, and if you're newer to the group, all of the past videos are on there, so you can go back and watch all different kinds of fun things. You can watch us stuffing weird peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in our faces and all that fun stuff. All right, love y'all. Have an amazing weekend. Cheers.
Bye.